Oh, shit. I'm going to have to sort of start this here because I remember this kind of wacky. Oh, well, that maybe work. Okay, that worked. We did need to declare war on Luxembourg and Belgium. Okay, yes. So, hello everyone. Sorry for that rough start there too. Hello, this is Gamer1745 here with another look at Strategic Command World War One. And when I say another look, because we're looking at again at the DLC, The March on Paris, which is the DLC that's focusing at a divisional level for, like what it says, the 1914 March on Paris. I really liked the Ludendorff offensive game that they did, DLC. And just to announce for all of those maybe watching fairly soon, this game and just about everything is on sale except like the newest releases, but everything else is on sale on Steam for Slytherin and Matrix games. So if you're at all interested in them, get them. And hello, Eric. Good to have you here. Very interesting picture you posted over there. And for those out here, I am going to, I know we probably don't have too many new people here, but we're going to post some links here in chat to find me on either YouTube or Twitch. On the Steam page. There we go. Right, okay. Guess it's just a bit of a delay I'm looking at. Isn't that what I'm seeing here? Sorry again, everybody. Oh yeah, it is just delayed. Okay. Fairly biggish delay on Steam. Like I say, I'm new to streaming there. Those watching later on. So, yeah, where was I? Okay. When I first played this, I had my concerns with it. Primarily, it was the ability to deny, I think, too fast shift reinforcement via rail for the French. But I've also learned how to, playing the Ludendorff offensive, learned how to play this a lot better. So, yeah, we're going to continue to look, we're going to look at this stuff here. Now, you want to try to bring it, I'm going to have a bit of a traffic jam here. Try to look at which ones will get to how far, where. That one could go to there, where this one could just get to here. Identify that Liège is occupied, which I figured it would be. We're going to move our cavalry up here. We want to push in around here. Though, no, I need that. And hello, Lum. How you doing? Guten Tag. And hello, Tom Skip. How you doing today? Yes, I really, and this is a free DLC. Both the Ludendorff offensive and the March on Paris, and it takes the game from a core and sort of army-based unit size down to the divisional and sometime brigade size, and the turns are every 2 days instead of every 2 weeks. So good to see the stream of this game I'm currently playing. Very good. Hello, Dawn Patrol. Yeah, so I love playing the Ludendorff offensive, and so I've learned to play it better. So I'm taking a second look at this one, which I did not have. I mean, not that it was bad, it's just too easy to move for the French to react, I thought. and you really have to pay attention to the roads to some degree, but the railways for supply, because we can look here, current supply levels, next turn sort of somewhat theoretical supply levels coming in here. So as you see, as we move along just the road here, things really start having supply problems. And if we keep pushing out here, supply problems. So we got to take Liège to be able to keep going forward with this. But we need to take it smartly and not just incur big casualty losses. I could force march, which is there. I'm not. That may be a problem, but I don't know if we would get enough of this fast enough to counteract French railway movement. Now, here's the thing. We could move to here. Takes 4 points. We can move to there. That would take some points. Now, this unit can get to here, so I don't need to keep a garrison here. Because that garrison can come down there, because we don't want to lose Metz or Didenhofen. Don't know. I've heard the name before. So what we can do here is, let's move. Or do we want to come down here? Or here? Yeah, lots of choices. Lots and lots of choices. Let's charge across Luxembourg recklessly, though. Okay. And hello, Ari. Proud that I'm not the only strategy freak out there playing these kinds of games. Oh, well, there's a bunch of us. Tom, one you might want to check out. If you presume you've followed or subscribed to my page on YouTube, you might want to check out Twitch or the Slitherine Game channel on Twitch, because we, including myself, stream a lot of various games there in this genre. Okay, so, all right, well, now, that tells me here that it's clear to here. So if I move up to here, I have 2 action points, right? If I move up here, I can't, I'm stopped, done moving. But if I move to here, and then I have still enough action points to entrench. And that is a massive key to this game, which, this is maybe being, well, no, not too gamey, but a little gamey in that, yes, we are marching on Paris, but we are entrenching for, the night, as it were, sort of like the Roman legions would do. At size, I don't ever see why. Yeah, that may be the best. I don't know if they're going to come here. So let's march to here, and we're going to take here. There's no really great point to move forward once more, just to hold another hex. Like I said, we can move down here just to keep anybody from marching up there if they could. Now here, I don't know that they're going to come out fast enough to get to there. Here, I want to hold this. These guys are going to come in and entrench. Let's rotate this that way, because they may come, yeah, they may come up this way here. Hey Martin, how you doing? So okay, we're going to make sure we hold this here and not get pushed out. So that. Partly what I'm doing here is I don't know how the AI will view all this, but to discomfort the AI and that they see just moving without entrenching there. See threats, as it were. Sometimes, because I don't think they're going to get across these woods and get up into here to be able to attack this turn, so we're going to use our full movement power. Again, I don't want to stress them out because force marching them does reduce their morale and readiness. I don't know to what level. Hello, Christoph, how you doing? I'm doing very well. You know you're attacking the French main army east of Paris. Well, I am planning on doing the sort of Schlieffen idea of pushing around this way, but I want them to be concerned about this front. So I'm not planning on attacking down in here, really. I'm not planning on going after, at least not in the early phases of Verdun. I do want to take out Liège fairly quickly and then push in this way. So that is sort of my goals and objectives. Any major... Oh, is this a take two? Yes, because the first campaign, when I played this, I was very much wanting to keep the German forces always on the offensive. And I learned how, with this game, how to better do offensive. We're going to move to here and entrench just in case they do push up, because we didn't need to be another hex forward. I just want to control some of these points. If next turn or some other turn I decide we want to use rail movement, I am keeping them on the rails for that purpose. Now here, okay, well, okay, well, that's probably the one I should have moved to there. Yep, I'm going to risk securing this. We will have rail connection there. Here, we're going to entrench. I don't see a good reason not to do a three-sided. I guess some way maybe this railway we want to come up and push there. Back for Christmas in 1914, yep. I doubt my even wonderfully great skill would get them back by Christmas. I don't know what would have happened had Germany taken Paris. In 1914. That's an interesting question, and I'm sure there's a lot of factors. What would be the state of the French armies You know, did they just, were they forced to retreat and are still largely intact? And the Germans just sort of exhausted, you know, get to Paris, take Paris. And they're just, you know, out of food because, you know, there's obviously food in Paris, but there's not necessarily huge stockpiles of food and no ammunition for German caliber weapons. And so are they out of food and ammunition and just, you know, those in Paris, but those around Paris, you know, are trying to scrounge for food and the trains can't keep up with keeping all of the army going. And the French realize this, that although they've lost Paris and their armies are intact, largely forced back, and the British are in the war, and the Russians are in the war, and they're doing okay in the East, you know, is the French morale going to, you know, national morale going to hold out? Very well, maybe. But if the army is destroyed and it's more of a, instead of a battle into Paris, it's more of a marching band into Paris by the Germans and whatnot, and whatever British expeditionary force that had already made it over there has been smashed, maybe France sort of goes, oh shit, this is like the Franco-Prussian War. Let's just negotiate peace now. You know, I don't know what would have been. I can in my mind envision, and I'm not an expert on the period, so don't take anything I say as definitive, but I can see sort of a either way happening. Okay, we want to keep, yeah, moving forward. We want to keep the HQ somewhat close to the front, though I think we have him down here, which is supporting. Yeah, I guess we'll move him sort of through the forest here. So I can see, you know, so much writing on just what the conditions are of the German victory. Now, if they do take Paris, that doesn't mean the, you know, even if the French doesn't surrender, I don't necessarily think means the French have, or the Germans have automatically won the war. Let's see where we could force more. I don't think they want to exhaust my troops that much. So I'm going to try, given enough time, and maybe forces available depending somewhat. Yeah. I think I could win this, but I don't know if I can win this by the October deadline. We're not going to get there today, but I will be playing this again in a few days. Yes, hello, Lum. I see you over on Steam. Good to have you there too. As we pull out, the French would fight on. Well, you know, the French already had felt the, you know, the Franco-Prussian War situation, and I don't know if they wanted to repeat it. I'll move you guys this way for possible pushing up in here. How long will you stream? For about 2 hours today. And tomorrow I'll be at the same time. What is the game we're going to be doing tomorrow? I forget. It's not this. It's either War Plan or something else. And then I will be streaming. Okay, yeah, you're just to there. I want to keep you on the rail. Now. Hello, Sebastian. End of turn. We will see how the French. Do I really want to end this turn? Yes, I think I do. UK prepares for war. UK joins the Entente. We get 500 MPP. And so my plan is, and we'll see if it works out, of course, but is to try to set up situations in which the French will make attacks against my units, weaken themselves, and then we will kill them in counterattacks. And yes, morale boost. And attrit them that way while continuing to push forward. Okay, artillery, we're going to put you up here on the railroad. It's going to take you a little while to get up to the front. French marching in columns. Hello, King. How you doing? Yes, Dennis Baratheon, yes. So we're going to come down here. These guys are going to... yes, and try... A little worried if they try to push around there, so... yeah, that isn't terribly nice. So let's entrench here. Okay, 2 more commit points. So again, I'm just trying to freak the AI out a bit. But oh my god, he's going to turn my flank. We don't want our flank turned. He's going to come to here. No, not attack. Entrench. Yeah, they're pushing hard down here. I don't know that this is going to be a huge offensive, but what I think we're going to see about doing here is use some of our MPP and yeah, just come down to here. This is what I'm worried about. I'm going to march up here just because if they hold here and march around here, obviously they can get here. If they try to cut here, if they come this way, well, I still have my supply coming through the north. So that works. So this is just come down that way here. And yeah, I think this is where we want to be. Hello, Mr. Cocoa Man. Yeah, John Beth is here. Now, Bill and Herbert have done really good. I forget which one of them does the AI. They've done a really good job with this, in my opinion. Here, okay, you can move forward. Well, let's move to here. See what's going on. Okay. Again, we're just moving that up now. Eventually, we're going to move the infantry there as being the main sort of front hold the line type. Yes, the railway system. Now I have a problem with the railways. You know, I really love the game. Okay, but the railway in a 2-day time period, and I in a episode on of my first playthrough of this, I spent a good long time sort of describing in my mind from what I know what it would take to put a division onto a train and then get that division off the train, not even taking into or in multiple trains, because you know what, about 10,000 men roughly, let's just say, and all their supply for days of food, days of ammo, all that, get it onto a train. So before you even get it onto the train, you've got to get it to to a rail yard, because trying to load them out, I'm sort of going into this, trying to just load them out somewhere vaguely on the track, and that's sort of why you can you can only sort of disperse it around from the towns, and that makes sort of sense. But in getting onto the train, and then getting all that stuff off. I think in the time frame that this sort of game currently is, it's a little too quick to get on the railways. I would have it at least a full turn to like, oh, load this unit onto the railway. Boom, load it onto the railway. Then move it, and then I would have it very low readiness, artificially for like one turn, and have the AI not, if you're going to move it here, do not, put it on any of the frontline ones, just, put it off behind here. So one turn, and then it would snap back readiness after the turn, because it's not like a beaten unit or a low morale unit. It's just readiness sucks because we're getting everything off the damn trains for the next turn. So almost, before you're really ready to attack or even properly defend, about 3 turns. That's how I would sort of do the railway situation here. But that's just me with my speculation, and have not designed all the potential problems. Well, there goes APOA. Now, we're going to continue to push rain will not help us. And the weather is, this is going to really be bad here, because it will slow us up and be muddy. Nobody there didn't want to bump into it, so we will do what we can. Now these forces are fairly weak, but they are in a fortress, so what we need to do is, we'll be smart. We have this traffic jam problem, but I want to see if we want to come down through here. Okay, I think we'll be fine dashing to there. Yes, and I think we'll be okay here. We have forces to come in and replace here. Here we are going to now move to here, and we're going to entrench, like that. And this entrenchment we're going to here, and re-entrench, shift it that way, so if they try to come around. So we have there, there, and there. So that's fairly secure. I'm not saying, I don't think anything immediately going to take us out there. And then here, that looks clear. We have just good enough points. So now we've secured that. All this through the Ardennes here, we can move through, and again, our supply situation won't be great. I mean, here, up along here, we're getting the supply obviously from the railroad, not from these tracks, but at least it will supply us with something if we control here, and the French will have a hard time. Now, so you don't want, even if you don't really want to try to do, World War II and push through to Sedan and come through here and try to supply a large army, it will die of starvation. For all the hoi foi issues, you do have that in the game. There's a lot of issues with hoi foi, yeah. First War was based on rail and horse transport. I would have to put both in there, and definitely well, they did have armored trains that were quite useful, so that is a thing. That is something that does need to be taken into account. Okay, yeah, we're going to abandon this fort here shortly. Here, come up into the trenches that were already dug. Now here we're going to we know we're not going to be surprised by a horde of Frenchmen here. We will start. One of the things that really sort of frustrated me with this game, unless they've updated it since, was the ability of France to so soon use Belgian railways to get forward here. Okay, they have enough action points to come in and trade. Yeah, that's all right. Coming to there is 4, so we don't want to quite. Well, they're weak. If they attack out, especially with that detachment there, we're going to be somewhat okay. See if my fort sieging skills are going to do us well enough. Just got to take that fort, because if we take this fort, obviously we have rail down through here, rail through here, rail up in here. So that's just, we can sort of mess around with a few. We're going to move you this way to get you before she gets moving. So even if we were to take that, railway still doesn't get us the supply. So we might as well come down this way. Yeah, we'll get to the road there. They only have 3 action points, but yeah, that'll be okay. Now, I remember reading in Rommel's book, Infantry Attacks, great book, highly recommended. If you want to read it, how through the whole initial campaign that is, you know, this campaign, he just can't literally eat anything. If he eats anything, he just throws it up. And I think it's just, you know, and I don't think it's fear for his life. I think it's fear for doing a bad job, you know, of failing, of, you know, not so much like being proven a coward, I don't think, but just like, oh shit, if I fuck this up, what's going to happen with, you know, the troops that are under my responsibility and stuff. So because he goes on for a while and then gets wounded, he just has a really difficult time trying to eat anything. Now after he's wounded and comes back and goes back into the war, he doesn't have that problem continuing, but it is a real problem for him. Okay, now I do want to push in here, partially just so that the French don't have, you know, feeling unlimited ability to stop my northern push, but it's got to be sort of through here, I think. Okay, all 6 points. Yeah, we sort of need to risk it to get these rail and spots to control, because we don't want all of our supplies up to the north. Through there. He can come into Metz, or he can. Yeah. He's going to come into here and then entrench. So this is my plan. Move up. Make sure I have the points and entrench right in front of their faces. Mm-hmm. He's going to become the Metz garrison, I think. Well, maybe a little bit of a push here. We'll see how all that unfolds. Franco-Prussian War was a prime example of the utility of the railway in modern warfare, yes. But it's not a brilliant long-term strategy because railways don't fare well in warfare. Well, my friend IKB, and probably I would disagree with you. You can look at the American Civil War, how the railway is super critical for the Union victory. I think the only time that you have any significant campaigns, and you know a fair amount about the American Civil War, that is not railway based, is Sherman's march to the sea, where he totally detaches from any rear supply, and his army is just like locusts on the land, just hoovering up all food. And there's lots written about that. And it has to become that way because they have no rear supply and are just moving across the land and not trying to maintain, rearward links, and knowing that to a degree his army is doomed if he doesn't get it to the sea, because at some point you can, just with hovering Confederate forces that are reasonably large enough, I'm not saying the Confederates had them, because obviously they didn't stop him, but if they could have stopped his advance to the sea and resupply at the sea, and just enough hovering forces around it, you could start to starve them both out of food and munitions, to where, yeah, guys with bayonets don't do well against guys with, ammunition. So, yeah, railways are critical. Now, in the zones of combat, yeah, they get torn up. That's true. And so, like, I totally want to mean at least mostly tactical type operations are, yeah, certainly horse and you are, well, okay. Move people. Okay, he is dug in there. That's what I needed to know. We can't move anymore. Arbitrate. It was more similar to a medieval campaign. March the Sea, yes, there's definitely sort of elements there. Okay, we have 500 MPP. So let's come here. Heavy artillery. We can see about buying one more of these. These are my main offensive weapon. All right. And we will be using some MPP for movement of units. Why isn't it letting me buy more? I don't know. It looks like I have the MPP. Oh no, I can buy more. It just I can't. There's no upgrade for. That's what I was looking at. Okay. Here obviously I can't because we're out of cavalry divisions and out of. Right. So we want to. Yeah, detachments may become useful to holding some of the lines, but at the start here, I want divisions for offensive purposes. Okay, offensive, yeah. No problem, Tom Skip. I'm very appreciative of people who just want to watch, listen. Okay, so I want to get him ready. I am hoping to take the forts without having to rely upon the artillery there, just for speed and time of attack. Yes, they weaken the units sitting right around them. And again, for those out there who haven't already, please follow my... Okay, he's actually outflanked me. That is not comfortable. Look, he has it. That is still not comfortable. Okay, well, I just lost a unit there. Yeah, he's come around and he made a silly attack. That's sort of the kind of thing I was hoping for, silly attack. Like, that's what I was worried about coming around to the bottom. Follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. That is gamer_1745, if you haven't already. Yes, here. Firing artillery. Okay, now we're getting some more of the mobilization. And these are definitely tied into specific locations. And yes, I want to put them on the railway. Where can you go in? Oh, down here. Good. So that we can use the railway ourselves. And recon bombers. These are very useful. Right. Okay, now down here. Okay, we want to move to here. And we're going to entrench. We know there's somebody probably right about there. But see what they've now done here is come around with him who is not entrenched. Still my unit. Yeah, we're gonna take some casualties. I was hoping to fully kill him, but didn't. But made his day not good. Here. Okay, we're gonna have to deal with that in a moment. That is the best attack. Right. Okay, he's going to fall back to here. He's going to he has 5 movement points. Don't want to lose him as well, so we're going to move him to here and entrench him. He's going to move up to these entrenchments. Thought there would be somebody there. He has 2 more action points, so 1 and 2. Entrench. He's not, railway's not cut yet, but he's got to sort of kind of be thinking about his flanks here now. Thanks, John Beth. So appreciative of that. Wars based on determination of the people and their commanders, although the techniques are very helpful. Absolutely, Sebastian. Do you know about the attack of the dead men? No, I don't. Don't think I've ever heard of that. Maybe if you start talking about it, I will remember Something in the context. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna fall back. You're gonna come to here, and you're going to entrench there. Okay. Well. Was the Russians who were gas charged the Germans while they were defending. Oh, cool. Okay. In a way, cool. I mean, no one wants to be gassed. Well, right. Yeah, I think. Let's just see how many attacks I can make on the Belgians. That didn't even hurt them a little bit. Yeah, let's move you out of the way. That hurt you a bit. There we go. Bloody, but we needed to do it. Don't know how well they will fare without their secondary supply source of that fortress, because we just now cut off their rail link for that unit there. Okay, so that will fall. I'm not planning on just waiting for starvation, but we can give them a little. Oh, okay, we're going to rush to there because we are now linking up supply through. Again, we can remove the moon here. Supply down through here to here will be flowing soon. All right, that's doing pretty well. to charge with blood all over them, coughing up lungs. The Russians look like the dead. The Belgians, yes. So, how about the Angel of Mons? They're really interested in the incident. Again, hi, Spiraling. I don't know about that really either. Ari, who's in the Twitch chat, is a big World War One sort of history fan. I know and knows a lot about. Okay, so they've got to here. They're in their little area. So we're going to move up to here and entrench. Yeah, looking that way looks good. Control our supply line there. And we really don't want to be up next to them. And here, though, we do want to be up if we have the 0.43. Okay. No, not attacking. I think that's what we want. Yeah. We'll have the points to action points to dig in. Okay, so now he's facing off against 3 units that will be able to launch paired attacks next turn. They're going to dig in. Keep us from being flanked. He said they're going to become the fort garrison there. Angels of Mons was really interesting, where the English claims to see the old knights and longbows of the old, seemingly holding the Germans at bay. Interesting. Is there veterancy? As in quality of unit. What you can see, and he disappeared, but the one Belgian unit holding the fortress did earn a medal, and you can see here this one that took them has earned a medal, which is this German cross thing going up as sort of like that for better units here. So there is that type of mechanic. No problem. Ingsia. So there is that. It's best not to abuse and lose your units. There it is, because you might be useful. I'm taking it now here. Before moving it, what I want to see about doing it is, can we get max to 10? Just to make it well and truly properly useful. Next turn we will pay the MPP to get it somewhere. Fortunately, we don't. Well, we could have used it, but we don't need it taking here. This will all fairly quickly should, but maybe somewhere like Namur or Antwerp or later things. If the French do something really stupid and either let me surround and take out Verdun, sure, but it's not really the plan. And here I've just been a little worried about down here in my supply lines, but Let's see how that goes. And really attack, not that they are useless if they aren't full strength or don't fully wipe out the enemy, but they're primarily useful when you can truly fully wipe out the enemy. Okay, well, these guys won't be able to entrench, but they'll be able to at least sort of keep them from pushing it too far. And got that. No, they can't attack. Okay, we're gonna hope this holds here. Well, let's play the redeployment game. Okay, that's a lot better held. So we can get him onto the trail here. Be useful. It would have to be the Prussian Guard. Yeah. I don't know how much the like I don't really think the 1st Guard Reserve Division is anything more than eye candy. I really don't think so. Now down here. Yeah, we're doing okay. Not force marching. That is a detachment. I just sort of noticed, quite honestly. A little far out there for a detachment. Detachment is better to hold a rear area that the enemy could flip through and get into.